Welcome back, everyone. Well, you know, for the past, I know it's 4 years, it might be 5 years, we've worked with Paul Luminous, hi Paul, who is the race director for the Malta 5K. And I think that Paul told Cheryl Hage-Perez that he was coming in for an interview, and she said, no way. She said she was coming. And that might have to do with the fact that every time she's here, we have a ball.
We do.
And I love having you here,
and
so
I
welcome.
love being here. Thank you.
Very nice to have you here. Now, for years, you and your organization, VETHELP, have been the recipients of half of the proceeds from the Malta 5K, along with first responders, right?
Yes.
And you've done some amazing work with that, and I want to get into that, Cheryl. But tell us a bit about, in case you moved recently to the area or whatever, you don't know about VETHELP. Tell us about VETHELP.
VETHELP provides housing and support services for homeless and disabled veterans in 7 counties in upstate New York.
And I want to talk about the kinds of support that you give them. You've been involved for about 2 years, you told me?
Almost 2 years,
Almost 2 years, right. And you're so passionate about this and so dedicated. Every time you've been on here and we've talked about issues with vets, it's just really remarkable to all of us here how involved Cheryl is personally in all of this. Give us an idea of what kind of support you offer.
Well, for example, we have Guardian House, which is one of only 2 supportive housing programs for female veterans in the whole state.
Wow.
And our female veterans come to us homeless, disabled, many with post-traumatic stress disorder, many having suffered from military sexual trauma, addiction, alcoholism, depression, anxiety, sleep disorders, all due to their experience in the military. And they find when they are discharged and released from the military, they don't know what to do. Because for so long they've been told, okay, it's time to get up, it's time to go to bed, this is what you're going to eat today, this is what you're going to wear. And when they come out, they just don't have the skill set to adapt to independent living. Many of them don't have the family support that you and I take for granted. And the jobs that they had while they were in the military don't translate to civilian life. So they can't find work. So it's very difficult. But then we also have the Vet House, which is a transitional home for male veterans. And the same support services are offered to them. The goal of those programs is to help them develop the skills and resources to live with dignity independently in their community. And I have to say, we've been very successful.
Oh, you sure have. You know what? In case you didn't say it, I was going to just reiterate safe, affordable, decent housing. You know, some of the things that a lot of us would take for granted are issues that the vets face after serving our country, coming home and not having the skills, the support. They might be psychologically confused. There can be all kinds of issues. First time I met Cheryl, by the way, they had the 2 homes, the Guardian House and the Vet House, and they're in Ballston Spa. And Cheryl was telling me, you know, we're going to try to get some apartments. Well, we've got some good news for you, because since then, you had some apartments in Ballston Spa, but Wilton is what I'm thinking of, and now in Saratoga. But not 1 or 2 apartments, right? So what's going on in Wilton?
So Wilton, we have the 12 permanent apartments, and now in Saratoga Springs we'll be opening 14 permanent apartments for veterans who are homeless, are disabled, and really chronically need help. So not only will we be able to provide the housing, we're going to be able to continue to provide the support services they need to help them maintain in the community. You know, Jesse, 22 veterans commit suicide every day in our country.
We do know that,
And our program is geared towards giving them hope, giving them a solution to help them regain their dignity while they're developing skills to live independently in the community.
You know, and that suicide rate, I think you probably have heard that. I mean, to me, it's mind-boggling. You can't quite understand it. But then when you realize that someone who comes home and might be confused psychologically, might not have the support they need, dignity is at the heart of what we're talking about here. And to provide. Now, when Cheryl talks about housing and whatever, that really physically means a house and apartments and whatever. But sometimes the vets don't have cell phones. You know, there are a lot of things that people need to go on a job interview.
Absolutely.
The skills of how to present yourself, what to wear, you know, things, again, that we take for granted, Cheryl takes very seriously, and VETHELP takes very seriously. Now, the Malta 5K is September 10th?
September
Saturday,
10th,
right?
Saturday.
Got it.
It's always the first Saturday after Labor Day.
Got it, okay.
And this is the 7th year. And the title sponsors Global Foundries, but there's many other businesses in the community that support it. But the runners, their commitment and their dedication year after year is what drives the event. And I've gone, and it's tremendous. I cheer on the side, and
Yeah, sure.
it's a coming together of the community to support veterans and first responders, which without either, we wouldn't have our freedom, we wouldn't have our safety.
Right.
So they're both wonderful causes, and they have benefited in so many ways. Last year we were able to take an old attic room and build it, put new walls up, and so now there's room for 4 female veterans with privacy, and we didn't have that before. So it's just tremendous, the things. Our funding doesn't allow for construction, and even in a lot of cases rehabilitation or repairs. So our agency is very dependent on donations to help us do that.
Right.
And the Malta 5K is one of our greatest supporters.
You know, I want to make sure that you understand the community really comes out for this. And it's at Global Foundries campus. So it's an enclosed course. It's a closed course. They get professional runners. They get people of every age group. They get families. People are pushing strollers.
Absolutely.
Some people are handicapped. This is really quite an event. And I think Paul and I were talking about this once. You get to go on that campus, you know.
Yeah,
So you get to see what Global Foundries is all about. And they're a tremendous sponsor. One last thing Cheryl mentioned, the list of sponsors. We'd be here for a half hour trying to give you the list of sponsors and support. So do your part. It's September 10th. Get there in the morning. It's like $25, right? Isn't that what it has been?
Yeah, race starts at 8:30.
Right.
And there's food, there's drinks, everything for the runners. It's great for kids too, you know. And there's also a lot of people who walk the course.
That's right.
It's it's a beautiful course. It'll be a beautiful day, and it's a great time for great causes.
Boy, you got that right. Okay, everybody, you know your mission. September 10th, you get to see the inside of Global Foundries campus.
Yes.
Woo. What do they do there? I don't even know what they do there. All right, but the whole community comes out, and again, $25, and the money goes to VETHELP and first responders. Cheryl, great to see you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me, and I hope to be back to discuss our Veterans Ball pretty
Yes,
soon.
you are. You will be here. We're going to be media sponsors for this, so we'll
Yes,
tell you
they
about
are.
this. Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.
Why is it always so easy?